guys, Brian here, Stogie Review, IPCPR 2019. We are in the Crowned Heads booth with John Huber, the man. He's going to tell us about some new stuff.
Brian, thank you, and Ben, thank you for coming by. Yes, so welcome to our little booth. So the big new item that everybody's talking about is La Coilicion. It's a collaboration that we started off, literally it sounds like a cliche, but years in the making, and we really started to get serious about it at the trade show last year. It's a true collaboration between Crowned Heads and Drew Estate, between Willy and myself. And you know, we've worked together diligently on it over the last year. Everything from the blend to the naming to the packaging to even how we've been marketing it. It's been a back and forth, and really it's been different for me because I kind of let go of the wheel, you know, kind of let somebody else steer for a little while. So we're excited about it though. It's a grade A dark Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Sumatran binder, Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers, 4 different sizes. There's a Corona Gorda that's 5 by 46, Gordito, which is 5.5 by 50, Siglo 6 by 52, and Sublime or Sublime, if you were so inclined, is 6.5 by 54. 20 count boxes, and I'm so proud of the packaging. I mean,
it looks really nice.
It's classic. Like Willy and I wanted something that was classic, traditional, but with our kind of fingerprints on it, so to speak.
And the Coilicion, you know,
the Coilicion.
The collaborations.
That was the one name that stuck. I was tasked with naming the project, and I went through a lot of names, and I would text him to Willy on a Saturday, like, dude, that sucks. That's terrible. I'm like, I thought I had it. But La Coilicion is the one that really stuck.
Did you have was there like a core concept in the blend that you started with, or was it just kind of, let's see what happens when we get these tobaccos together?
So here's how it starts off. One of the marketing people that's no longer there suggested last year that they send Willy and I up to a cabin together for a week.
Okay.
Because we could never come up with a name, right?
A nice getaway.
And so we thought that sounded like Cold Mountain, you know, so we were like,
yes.
That ain't gonna happen. And then, so before the name came up and anything, Willy just looked across the table at me in the meeting. He says, do you like añejos? And I'm like, I'm in. So he had been working on some stuff that, you know, he's like a mad scientist when it comes to blending. Yeah. And he sent me some samples, and we kind of, you know, brought it down to like 3 or 4. And he's like, well, which one did you like? And I'm like, well, do you want to hit it over the left field fence, center field, or right field? Because they're all home runs. And really, it was that, you know, so hard to pick. But we actually both agreed on one blend in particular, and that became La Coilicion.
Excellent. So, yeah. And did you cover the retail price in that?
It's $10.95 to $14.50.
Okay.
Somewhere around there. So the point of entry is about $10, $11, 14.5. You know, depending upon your local state taxes.
And that's just in terms of like production numbers, is that like just a full proper release, or how much?
Yes, this is a regular production cigar that will start shipping September, October.
Okay.
It's not a one and done. It's not a limited edition thing. This is something it's definitely going to be going and going and going. We're going to get behind this 110%, and we're excited. It was fun to see people's reaction when they smoked it for the first time, and it got a lot of favorable comments on it.
So so if Willy Herrera's on one side and Drew Estate, and you're on the other side, where does the needle fall in terms of like the end result product? Is it more in your camp? Is it evenly split, or is it a little bit more in their camp?
Willy he'll be very modest in everything.
He always is, yeah.
The blend was Willy. I co-signed it. You know, I validated it, and I said, yeah, this is a fucking banger. Pardon me, can you swear on this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, bad form. As far as the name, I came up with the name. The packaging and the design, I thought it was very integral to the project that it starts at Drew, because they're so creative over there.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to look like everything that we've done to this point. So when I contacted Joey over there, he's like, I'm covered up, I can't do it. I'm like, please, just give me a jumping off point, right? So like a few days later, he sends me what was basically that middle part of the cliche there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I texted it to Willy, and Willy's like, I love it. I said, I love it too, it's perfect. Joey says, I was hoping you'd hate it.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a throwaway for him. It was just like, you know, this is no big deal. But we loved it.
That's good work.
Yes.
Really nice.
And then we took it, and Wade, our graphics guy, who's great in his own right, took it, massaged it, created the edging strip and the coins and so on and so forth. And the box, Willy and I had a very specific vision for what the box should look like, right down to the color, the hardware, everything. So it's kind of hard to say where everything fell and falls, but the blend, I give 110% credit to Willy and the guys at Drew. And their marketing guys been great, Josh and On. I mean, I've loved working with them. They're just, it's like a force, like it's just so creative, you know. So I'm still learning.
Great.
It's cool. It's been fun.
So you have another one. We need to. I think we should talk about Juarez.
Sure. We'll talk about Juarez. It's kind of like the yin to the yang kind of thing. So Juarez is kind of a spin-off of Jericho Hill, which is where the name Juarez kind of resonates from. And it was a cigar that started off eons ago as an exclusive for Germany. They passed on it. We had an opportunity to slide it into Thompson. Thompson gets acquired by CI. Everybody forgets about it, and it's been dormant for like 6 months. I always thought it was a fantastic cigar, and so at the 11th hour I said, let's bring it to the show, let's open it up. And we did. We didn't really do a lot of like marketing collateral for it or anything. I told the guys, I'm like, give it to somebody, let them smoke it, ask them how they like it, and then tell them the price point. So it's at $5.95, $6.95, $7.95.
Wow.
So it's a great value for dollar smoke, a lot of structure, heavy, San Andreas Maduro wrapper. It's not the same blend as Jericho Hill, inspired by Jericho Hill.
Inspired by it.
Yeah.
So Ben, that was the one you had one day of the trade show before you ate anything.
Yeah.
It nearly brought him to his knees. So it's a bit of a potent blend that I think a lot of people will enjoy.
It's stout. If you like value for dollar and you want something that's got structure and that's going to age well and you don't want to spend $10 to $15, Juarez is your ticket.
So how soon are we going to see that out in the market?
Juarez, you're going to see immediately. I mean, we're going to get back. We're going to start shipping it.
Okay.
So that'll be out there immediately. La Coilicion will be September, October.
September or October.
Yeah.
Great. Was there anything going on else that you wanted to cover, or?
No, not really. I mean, that's as far as the new stuff. And everything else is going and humming. Las Calaveras have dropped out, like Rambella, Costas Fino, all that stuff. It's been a very busy 6 months for us.
Do you have thoughts, and you can choose not to answer if you don't want to, do you have thoughts on changes proposed for the trade show? There's been a few, but really just the name and the logo, which some people don't care about, and then there's obviously the Consumer Day. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I first of all, I like the name.
Okay, PCA.
PCA, it's cigars, right? It's not like it's not hookahs and this and that and the other. We're cigars. That's what we do. We're premium cigars. So I love that. I think that's a step in the right direction. To the question of the Consumer Day, I'm in. I mean, I had this conversation with Scott Pierce, IPCPR/PCA, and he said, what are your thoughts on it? And I said, look, I'm here to do a trade show anyway, so if you give me an opportunity right before the trade show to meet and greet 400 or 500 people that want to talk to me, that's a plus for me.
It's a plus for you.
Because I don't do a ton of in-stores, I don't travel a lot, so if I have the opportunity to shake hands and thank people that are smoking our product, it's a win, and so I don't understand the negative backlash. I mean, I'm sure there's another side of the coin that I'm not exploring, but for me, if it's for the betterment of the industry and it's going to create revenue and interest and help us with our fight against the FDA, I mean, we should all jump behind that, absolutely.
I think a lot of the complaints have been logistical issues and loss of a day of sales.
Well, no, they're not shortening the trade show. They're adding on the front end Consumer Day, right? So consumers come in.
I think it's actually changing the whole first day to Consumer Day. So you'd have the other 2 days, and instead of a half day, it would be a third full day. So you'd be losing roughly half a day.
Yeah, which
in theory. Yeah. So there's that, and there's the idea of how do you need to change your booth when you now have consumers coming in? Do you need to lock down product? Do you need to change displays? So do you need security? I mean,
what I've been told is that they're going to have the cigars in a pre-pack for the guys that come in, right? So we don't have to hand out cigars. Hide your price sheets, put your marketing collateral away, and it becomes more like it was described to me as like a car show. Yeah. People can go around and see the new cars and the new models and kick the tires and meet the people behind the brands. If it's in that fashion, then I don't see what the logistical hassle is.
Will you be able to produce this, like the new cigars you would need to be able to give to those people who attend and also to your retail customers? That's another concern for some people. It may not be a problem for you.
I mean, you're talking about an extra 20 bundles of samples. You think about it, you're looking at 500 people, maybe if they're lucky to get 500 people in.
And that's a fair thing.
Right?
They think they're going to do. I think they think they're going to get 1,000 people in here. I don't think they're going to accomplish that.
I think it's more realistic the first go around until it really gets traction. If you shoot for 500 people, you get 500 people in here. That's literally 20 more bundles for all of us. I mean, if that's going to help the industry, I don't think that's a big price.
It's interesting. We've heard both sides, and everybody who argues one side or the other, they usually have really good points. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with it.
I can tell you we'll be here.
Interesting.
You'll
be here.
And I'll support it regardless.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not. We got to stay positive. We got to stay focused on what's good for the industry. And you got people that are new blood that are trying to revitalize the trade show, breathe new life into it. Support that. I mean, instead of just sitting back and complaining about, oh, it's too close to the 4th of July. Oh, it's at this expo center. It should be at this expo center. Every year somebody picks apart something they want to complain about. Focus on the positive instead of the negative, and you change your outlook.
Accentuate the positive.
Accentuate the positive, right? Because last year, what was everybody beefing about? The hotels?
Yes, that's
the convention center? Okay,
yes.
Now we're in the sands. Now what are you going to bitch about?
Yeah.
Oh, it's too close to the 4th of July. Okay, what's the complaint going to be next year? Consumer Day. I mean, I've been doing this since my first trade show was 96. Every year, there's been a complaint.
96?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I've been doing
crazy.
it like most of my life. That's all I know how to do. So. Anyway, stay positive.
Yeah, so we're staying positive.
Yeah, man.
We'll see what happens.
It's a fun industry. We should have fun. Enjoy the opportunities we're given, and
you know,
keep doing it.
There were issues coming in that had us a little agitated. I won't lie, but once you get on the show floor and you start talking to people and doing what we do, and you do what you do, it's I really enjoy it still.
It's still fun. It's still a relationship-driven business, right?
Yeah.
That's why we have sales reps, because if everybody wanted to order stuff online, you wouldn't need reps.
Yeah.
You need a rep to go in and shake hands and talk to people and build relationships. And it's the relationship between the manufacturer to the retailer to the consumer. So, I mean, we're in a people business. So if you have the opportunity to meet 500 people, then what's the big deal?
It's true. All right.
You know? So, yeah, stay positive.
That's a good way to end. Thank you so much, sir.
Appreciate the time, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for making the time. Ben, pleasure.
All right, buddy.
Cheers.